Happy Friday. I missed that intro and I missed like the sound that you could dance to. Like, yeah.
The Caribbean sound.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. So thank you everyone for tuning in to the Barefoot and Jet Fuel show with the podcast coach, podcast Paul, who is joining us live here from Mandaluyong City. Yeah, it's been how have you been, Paul? It's we've missed you on having you in a full show with us.
No, I know it's great, guys, and I really appreciate the fact you welcome me back with semi-open arms. So thank you very much for that. Yeah, like begrudgingly. All right, come back, come back. Like the T-Rex arms, right, like that.
T-Rex saying yourself.
T-Rex. You'd have to be to the gym and the following day when you've just smashed the weights. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and also I'm very pleased the fact that you guys, shared me the memo of white t-shirt and Jet added in the baseball cap. I feel like we look a little bit. We don't look like Backstreet Boys, no? Like we're about.
Yeah, we're Backstreet Boys are boy zone,
Or Boy Zone to drop the maddest tasting album ever. Anyway.
Or boy zoned out.
Boys zoned out. That's it. There we go. No, but I'm great, Mitch. And listen, before we go any further, for our audience members out there, we're not going to be here next week. It's not a bad thing.
Not a bad thing at all.
It's not a bad thing at all. But the food bearer of Manila is. Well, he's not going to be the food bearer of Manila from next week. He's going to be the food bearer of Toronto or Canada or global. So we're going to skip next week's show, but we will be back the following week with a slightly different slant on things, mate. Right? That's the plan.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about that. So
go for it.
Or as they say, let's talk a little bit about that. So.
That's cool, man. Go for it.
Because we've supported local here in Manila, and we want to expand our reach out there, and we really want to continue and support local also, not only in Manila but also in Toronto. But that's a cool thing because we have Jet and Paul here in Manila. We can still continue supporting the local businesses because there are just so many out there, so many inspiring stories of micro and small and medium enterprises who, just decided out of, the whole pandemic situation to go on and bring their passion and love for food to the picture. And we've interviewed a lot of inspiring stories, like Pete. We had Rika, we had Bonner, we had Paco, Madge, Roch. We had so many other people and so many out there that want to continue on. And, being geographically in Toronto will just mean that we can expand our horizon. There's a huge Filipino community there. There's a huge foodie community there. Toronto is actually one of the most diverse cities in the entire world, where I think they have 60% of the people who live there were not born in Canada. So they brought their food and their culture and everything. So, I'm just very excited to try it out. We'll be there for quite some time. We'll be relocating there. But otherwise, the show will go on and actually will be better than ever. It's because we're going global, right? So
have some of that. Wonderful. That's great news, mate. So yeah, love to you and to your beautiful wife, and may the trip go well. And please don't take this the wrong way, but Jet and I do not want to see you for at least 12 months in person, right? In person.
Well, I haven't seen Jet in 8 or 10 years, I think.
Yeah.
So.
This is
literally,
yeah.
Anyway.
I was able to drop by and drop off the duck over at your place and see you.
Yeah,
too.
It was great to see you. It was great to see you, mate. You will be missed, and I'm sure you will be missed at the keg. The keg's bill will certainly reduce with the fact that we're not there. Right?
Yeah,
Ardy, if you're listening, love you, brother. Anyway.
Yeah, Ardy. Yeah, we'll miss you. So. Pretty much. So again, today we're going to continue supporting local, and actually it's something very close to the heart because funny story is like 2 weeks ago I was supposed to already have gone and moved to Toronto, but there was a couple of things that delayed a couple of instances delayed the trip. So we are moving for sure next week. And so I didn't have any guests lined up because we were still thinking about settling down and everything there. So reached out to Jet and said, Jet, we don't have a business or anything to support, and anything you can help with, and something close to the heart. And again, support local is about supporting family and everything. So Jet, pitched and proposed that we support someone very close to him, and that is Bujin Sweets, who is Jet's niece actually. So Jet, you are kind of like the foodpreneur for the day. You're the Tito of Manila.
The Tito of Manila. Yeah, I am pretty much.
Jet is literally the Tito of
With-
Manila for the day. So,
With there we do. Let's make Jet the star of the show. How about
oops, wrong way. Yeah.
that? Oh, well.
So Jet, first to ask, is it Bijun or Bujin? I think it's
Bujin.
Bujin, right?
Yeah, it's
Bujin.
Bujin. Bujin Sweets.
Why is
Uh,
it Bujin Sweets?
She she's supposed to type that there somewhere. That's the agreement that she's going to explain it. If you're
Yeah, put you on the
God,
spot there.
it- God,
Sorry.
God, write it down now. So
No,
Bujin
we'll
Sweets.
table that for later when she gets on back
Yeah,
on
it's for
that.
later. She's my niece. Her mom is my. There you go.
Yeah,
Oh,
God.
I thought just like, God, come out. All right, so she's my niece. Her mom is my cousin, and I grew up with their every weekends. We would go to their place and have that family gathering, that huge family gathering in there. So we're very much into food. We're
Yeah,
a bunch
that's
of
why we have
foodies.
the
Yep.
show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, generations past, recipes and the passion for food uh, also trickled down to them, and now she is making a business out of this passion, and she's also a barista, and she's also going to get married soon to another barista, and so
Nice, nice.
the perfect marriage of sweets and coffee is literally going to happen uh, on their business, and of course in their matrimony and their lives, in the rest of their lives. So there. So Bujin Sweets will you can contact them there. There's the number. They yeah.
797-7410.
So there. So that's it.
Cool. Well, do you know when she's decided to start off on the business and everything,
She was first. She was just baking for. She's really into baking, and she would have it taste it, have us test it. I remember when I was still in somewhere in Quezon Avenue corner, the Eton Plaza there. I would order from her cakes, banana bread, different rolls of cakes, and she would deliver it. And she already started to have that slow momentum, and slowly came up with a better packaging. There's already a sticker that goes in it, not just in the generic packaging, and then word of mouth. Slowly, it spread out that she was able to gain some patrons for her pastries, and now here we are, and she has still continued growing. And with the pandemic, she has added more in her lineup of her pastries and other sweets.
yeah, that's wonderful. This whole this whole industry, this whole sector, the local foodpreneurs who have set up during this pandemic. This is a little silver lining and bright spot that we've seen in over the last 18 months, right, Paul? It's been, I'd say, pretty much very gray. But the fact that people are, they persevere and they find ways to get through with it. It's just very inspiring. And again, this is just one of those stories. Bujan Sweets is one of the stories where they decided to make use of our digital technology logistics, be able to spread the word freely through social media. And there's Kat right now.
Hey, cat. Why is it budget
I think, I think,
sweets?
I think, I think we scared her with our threat. Where are you? And that's all of a sudden.
Screamed
but,
about.
Guts, where are you? But before we kind of go to that, Mitch, you make such a salient point, right? There's that the last 18 months for anybody, regardless of the industry you've been in, have been tough, right? Have been super tough. And it just the ability, and people use this phrase pivot or perish. There is certainly an element to that, right? But I think it's also more about serving your local community and being a little bit more human with the people that you interact with and looking to create that community spirit. And the likes of Cats and the likes of Bonner and Pete Chan that we had on a couple of weeks ago, and all the others that we've had on the show have shown that in times of adversity, if you really apply yourself and you really go, right, we're in this, not obviously there's a monetary element to it, but we're here to make lives better. Yep. It's a wonderful thing to be part of. So kudos to everybody that's that we've had on the show. And again, Cats, thank you. We thought we'd lost you, to be honest with you. We thought you'd disappeared down a rabbit hole, but here you are. So thanks very much. Thanks very much for coming on the show, Cats. And good luck with all your wedding errands. Good luck.
Yeah, I'm sure she's figured out where to get the wedding cake, right? So that's the least of her worries is the wedding cake. Like, yeah, I got that covered. Easy.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
So Mitch, Katz has replied with why Bujin. Here we go.
Why Bujin Sweets? I thought of naming it Bujin Sweets because it's my childhood nickname. Oh, because of my older sister's name, Regine. So Regine and Bujin, I guess, right?
Yep, Regine and Bujin. You know how our families would like to rhyme names or nicknames from the eldest that would trickle down to their other siblings, younger siblings.
Oh, cool. So I guess we should call Kat Bujin from now on. Then.
Yeah, Bujin.
Yeah.
Who do you rhyme with that? With then? Who else who's got a name that rhymes with Jet? Anybody?
Nope. That's just me. But I was when I was younger, I was called Budget.
What?
Okay.
Budget. With the BOJET. Yeah.
Budget.
Yeah.
Like if you need to figure out how much to spend.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm on a budget. Like
I'm on a budget. And my
I just had to sneak that in. You just know it.
And I have another cousin that's named Judith. Judith.
That's just normally when people when people say I'm on a budget, it's going to bring different connotations when I think about it. Yeah, just having a good day then. There we go. Right?
To all the eligible single ladies out there, time to get on a budget. We have an eligible bachelor there. Oh wow, that's cool. So Jet or Bujin, can you talk a little bit about your lineup? What did you figure out? You have your mix of there's some sweets and there's some savory. Like today we are trying out a little bit of both. But Jet, I'm sure you've bought a lot of their stuff. What are that's the Korean cream cheese garlic cream cheese buns.
I love this. Yes, definitely. Yeah. I love this.
Right there. And look at that beautiful packaging right there. Is that the spinach pandesal?
No.
Mitch, Food Bear, we're building up to that. Don't worry.
Oh, okay, yeah. I didn't say anything. I thought I was in it. So a box there of the Korean cream cheese buns, and then we also have these sticky run a foodie podcast. Coat your MacBook in plastic or something like that. And then we also have this nice carrot cake or carrot
Mm-hmm.
loaf. You can see that. I have the carrot on top of it. I made sure to cut it where the carrot is at. So, oops. And then we have our feature, which we will reveal later on.
That's my chance to shine, right? I don't get many chances to shine, to be fair, in my
So
life in general. So I'll take
so
that. I'll take that.
we will do that later on after the big reveal and everything. So, um, so Kat, are you there? It's like we're like in a séance, right? Kat, I'm here. So, um, what prompted you to start your business? Pretty much.
I reckon it was Budget who said, "Look, I'm starving. Can I cook? Can you cook me some food?" Right? Because why, Mitch? Why did he say that?
Because he's on a budget.
There you go.
Dad jokes, everyone.
Dude, it's
You
it's
know,
our last show for a couple of
It's
weeks, man. We got to milk the dad jokes, right?
we're
exactly.
milking the dad jokes today. Yep.
But I mean, that's amazing. And that so one of the things also Kat told us on the chat, on the group chat prior to this, was that after getting married in December, after she gets married in December, she will also open. They're thinking of opening a coffee shop or a cafe, which is super exciting. And that's a dream for a lot of us. Like for me, I love coffee. I can nerd out and talk about coffee all day, as you guys know, right? So I just hope that she features some nice Philippine beans in their coffee as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think Mitch, you were saying before on the group chat that, in your opinion, the Philippine coffee industry is a little bit underrated at the moment, and it's maybe just, is it bubbling? Is it just under the surface, or is it it's not even on the radar in
It's
terms
not
of?
even in the radar
Not
of
even
the.
radar. No.
Uh, that's why when some foreigners visit and then they taste our coffee, the local beans, they are amazed that, and they are asking why it hasn't hit the international market.
Yeah.
If you're going to look at it, it's very much that they always stop somewhere like in Vietnam. They
Yeah.
can cross that divide of because we being an island, they tend to stop there in that peninsula, in that Burmese speaking peninsula. So that's one of the questions on why they haven't. That's one of the reasons why they haven't really discovered. Sorry, Philippine coffee.
Yeah.
Do you need some coffee, mate, to help you there? Are you a bit dry?
Yeah,
Dogs need coffee.
I, yep, I have it there,
Well,
away from it. I forgot to put it right beside me.
well, yeah, to Paul's point, I think it's really way under the radar, right? So, like in the whole world, there's the coffee belt, which is between the two
Mm-hmm,
tropics, right? The Tropic of Cancer and Capricorn, pretty much.
mm-hmm,
And coffee originated somewhere in Ethiopia, and the conditions are just right in
mm-hmm.
these areas because coffee requires a certain level of humidity and sunlight that only comes in tropical countries, but really good coffee from the Arabica bean, which is the more smoother tasting coffee, has to grow at colder temperatures,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't like cold climates. So the solution to that is to grow them at high elevations in that coffee belt in the equatorial area. And so countries that have more mountainous areas are at an advantage there. And so the Andes are perfect in South America because they've grown that over there, and for the longest time, that's why they've dominated the coffee industry globally. And then here, and then Vietnam, which is probably number two or number three exporter in the world, is very heavy on a coffee variation called the Robusta, which
The
is
robusta. Yep.
low altitude, but it has a
Mm-hmm.
stronger taste. The aroma is more pungent or stronger. It's not as high quality as Arabica, but they found their niche because they're able to. Most of the time, Robusta finds its way in instant coffee into a lot of the things that are consumed, in the United States and Canada, the UK, and Japan, and wherever else. So that's our niche market. Here in the Philippines, we have both. We have the Robusta, which is the Batangas Barako,
Uh-huh.
uh, and then we also have the high altitude ones, which are based out of Sagada, in Kalinga, in
Kalinga.
Benguet, and
Benguet.
then we
Yeah.
also have them in Mindanao, which I know Sagada always gets a lot of the good publicity here, but the Mindanao coffee variants are absolutely amazing. From Mount Apo, Mount Matutum in Cotabato,
In
and
Cotabato. Yep.
also from the plateau of
Mm.
Bukidnon, they have an amazing coffee variant here as well. So, and to your point, Paul, it's like we the problem with the Filipinos, we're really very humble people. We're very down to earth. We're very friendly and everything, but to a flaw. Sometimes we're so tough on ourselves, and sometimes we don't. We feel that we don't. Shout it out to the world too much when things are worth shouting out to, and so I think that's kind of like where we became a sort of victim to that, where we have this great product, but we're always saying like, oh no, the Latin American products are always better than ours. Our coffee is probably not as good, but in our opinion, we got to get out there and promote it even more. So I think we need the Philippines needs a better chief marketing officer. The Philippine coffee industry needs a better chief marketing officer.
I thought you were joking about geeking about coffee. Clearly, I was mistaken. I thought you were going to say, so yeah, so we can do this, but we can't do that. Little did I realize you understood the temperatures or anything like that, mate. So
It was
kudos to you.
it was
Kudos
a
to you.
rabbit hole. I knew it
The
where it's
moment you
going to
said it, no, I
go.
was like,
I knew it where we're going with that.
anyway.
I
So
love coffee.
Katz has come, Mitch, Katz has come back with some updates in terms of what they're planning
Okay,
to do
cool.
when they open their coffee shop. Right, there you go.
Oh, she said, we're thinking of getting local beans. Yay! Especially the beans from the northern part of the Philippines. So this is the Sagada, Cordillera, Benguet,
Kalinga.
Kalinga, coffee. Actually, my personal fave when it comes to beans is
Ampocao.
Ampukao of the Sagada Arabica beans. So I learned something new that I am not aware of Ampukao. So it shows you that Kat is a bigger coffee geek than I am. So she
Nice
has
one.
now schooled the coffee geek about it. So Ampukao, I will check that out. So
Yeah, me
Perfect.
too.
have you tried that, Jet?
No, that's the first time I heard that too. And I'm a coffee lover.
Yeah. That's amazing.
We were schooled today.
We were schooled today. So just a preview of things to come for Kat and her upcoming coffee shop. So I guess that's we've had our fair share of chat. I think let's dive into these sweet or
Where
this savory and sweet treats that we have. I
where
guess we can start with
where are we going first, gents?
Korean cream cheese bun.
Oh,
So before you kind of tell everybody how nice that was, can I just say that before I'd ever come to the Philippines, right, having cream cheese in a bun was something that was just unheard of for me.
Really?
And yeah, and actually I would say the large majority in the UK. So to see cream cheese or cheese topped on the buns, right? Unfortunately I forget what they're called, right? But the pandesals
Pandesal?
with the
Yeah.
with the
the
cheese on top.
pandesal, yeah,
Yeah,
the
it's
ensemadas, yeah.
yes,
Coconut.
correct.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, it's
It's
Semada. Yeah, yeah.
it was unusual for me, but ever since I've tried them, I get it. Right? I get
It
it.
works. Yeah,
It works.
It works.
Sorry. Carry on, Mitch.
No worries. Yeah. So Korean cream cheese bun. I can smell the garlicky taste.
Yeah,
Do you know what? It smells amazing now.
It does.
it does. Mm.
Shall we dig in?
Uh-huh.
Or we could just put it up the camera for the next 3 hours, but I suggest we eat it. That's the show. Just leaving it like that.
Do like a YouTube channel where ASMR, like three
Yeah.
hours of just.
Oh my
Oh, it's
god!
so good. Mm.
Good.
Oh,
How good
This
is
is my
that?
favorite.
I need more of this.
I
It's
can
so
eat
good.
this all day.
Yeah.
Huh?
I like the size, for some reason, usually cream cheese buns, they come in bigger, like these bigger ones that you pull apart, right? This one's just like just the right size.
Yep.
You bite right into it, and every bite you take, there's a piece, there's cream cheese that oozes out. I like when
Mitch,
it's too big and it's like bread, cream cheese, right? Uh,
I
yes,
think I
Paul.
think I think there's an opportunity for us to do a cover of a song with what you've just said there. So the Police song, "Every Breath You Take," we should
Every
turn it into "Every Bite You Take," right, and get lyrics to match.
That's one of my favorite songs. Yeah.
Right, right.
Every bite you take.
Katz, I know you're watching, and I'm not just saying this because you're Jet's niece and you're on the show. But these are wonderful, no? Aren't they?
Yeah,
They're
this is my
wonderful.
favorite.
So
Oh
tasty.
yeah, so tasty indeed.
The balance is just right. The cream cheese, the bread, the sweetness of the bread, and then the cheese would complement it, and then there's this hint of garlic in there. It's just
Oh yeah.
perfect. Huh?
But
Is that your third one already, Jet? Though?
but Mitch, I agree with exactly what you said there. The serving size, it's at every bite you take. It's on the money now. It's just it's got everything. Like it's got the cream cheese, it's got the bread, and it's got the garlic hit,
Yeah.
and then the parsley on top of it. I think it's the parsley, right?
It's just spot on. I love it.
I've died and gone to bread heaven.
Exactly, and that's exactly what heaven looks like for Jet because he loves bread. So
I'm a bread guy.
yep,
So yep.
Wow,
cool.
Cats,
So
amazing cats.
remind me again, Jet, how much is like one order of this for the audience as well? So
For me, I get it for free.
you lucky guy. Wait, let me look it up here. Right? Somewhere in our GC.
Yeah.
Just for the audience. So you can get it for the mini Korean buns are just
For
200 pesos, right?
200 pesos, yes.
200 pesos for 6 pieces.
Yes.
Or nine, right? I think
2, 4.
No.
Yeah, I think 9. 1, 2,
for
3, 4, 5, 6,
pieces,
7.
it's 200 pesos. So that's amazing. Did we lose Paul?
We went to bread heaven.
He did say he died and went to heaven, so. We'll wait on for him. But what do you want to try next? Should we go with the carrot loaf, the carrot walnut loaf, or the cinnamon?
Let's go with the carrot loaf.
Carrot loaf it is. So we're taking a look here at the carrot loaf. And then the icing is just delicious. The icing also originates from the same cream cheese kind of base that they Korean buns 200 for box of 9. Like I said, thank you, Kat, and welcome back, Paul.
Yeah, sorry guys, I had I just had to nip off for 30 seconds.
No worries.
So what are we on next, Mitch? The food bear. What are we on next?
So Jet has picked the walnut carrot loaf.
Really?
Yeah. So,
but I think let's just I need to say something, right? I am the eldest out of the three of us, right? So whenever I eat something sweet, it takes me probably 3 times as long to burn it off compared to you young fellas, right? So I will take a bite. I'm looking forward to this. I really am.
All right, let's do it.
Hang on.
I love the icing. Icing is just beautiful.
Yeah, the icing is beautiful. The texture, I love the texture. There's soft, there's crunchy, there's a sweet, and there's that carrot taste.
And I have the carrot. Look right there. There's the carrot.
Mm.
I'm not going to eat all of this, by the way. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Candied carrot.
Jet, sorry, not Jet. Mitch, from a from your standpoint, mate, given the fact that you are, you live and breathe, well, both of you do live and breathe coffee on a daily basis.
Yeah.
What would your recommendation be, like a coffee accompaniment to these things? And would it change? Would you have a different coffee for the Korean buns compared to the carrot cake and the cinnamon rolls that we've got later on, or would it be the same coffee all the way through?
For me, let me start first because Mitch is a bigger geek in coffee than I am. So, uh, with the carrot cake, I would go with a cotobato beans. And like it black, and just and that's it. I like it black. Temperature probably around what 76. Am I? No, that's Celsius, right? No,
You
in
should
Cel.
do Fahrenheit, 175
Can you
Fahrenheit.
can you not just say hot? No.
You have to have a certain temperature for to get
Okay.
the most from the beans, and you tip it over that temperature.
You burn it.
It's either you'll burn it, or it'll taste sour, or it'll taste
Got it.
this and that, so those. So you have to. I'm not a fan of carrots, but it seems so delicious. It is.
It is. You go
DM.
for it.
It is
DM.
DM.
DM, it's
It's
superb. And I think sometimes with a carrot cake, right, you run the risk. Boy, this is gorgeous. You run the risk of it being a dense, right, or you don't get the proportion right with the frosting, and then compared to the cake, sometimes you get more cake, sometimes you don't get enough. You get too much frosting.
Yeah, yeah.
But superb. This is DM. You got to order this.
Yeah, you gotta order it. And then shout out also to my Tita Bay Antonio, who just said she's late, but nah, you're not too late. You're right, just in time to enjoy these sweet treats, Tita Bay. Thank you for joining us as always. So yeah, just like what Paul said, the cakiness is just right. Sometimes I've had a carrot cake where it's like overwhelmingly too sweet because there's so
Mhm.
much icing and everything. This one just works out right. And so, like to Paul's point earlier, the cream cheese buns, because they're savory, I'd probably use an Arabica bean for it, like a pure Arabica, maybe from high altitude, like a Sagada or a Bukidnon Arabica to that, because it's light and everything. But the as the sweetness increases, so the carrot cake, I would say, is like kind of a mix of the savory and sweetness. So I do like a mix of the both. I like this blend. The Coffee Depot over at the Unimart has this great house blend. Have you tried it, Jet? Have you gone over?
By your recommendation, yes.
Yeah, yeah. They have this house
Um,
blend, which is I think 20% Robusta, 80% Arabica. That one is spot on and on the money. This cinnamon roll seems sweet, so I would go more stronger to the Robusta level, to Barako, as far as that's concerned. Kind of like I play with it in the sense that smoother coffee with the savory one, and then when the treat becomes sweeter, I get the stronger, darker roast, so that the bitterness has that has you have that sweet taste to kind of counter the bitterness as far as that.
I can't get over how nice that cake is, honestly.
Oh yeah,
And
and you have
it's amazing.
it is
It's lovely.
the balance, the texture, the
Yeah.
taste. Yeah,
Mm.
it's a if it was a sword, it's a well forged sword. It's the balance. That's by a samurai master.
Where you could bounce it just on one finger now. Like
Yeah,
that,
it
right?
can balance. Yep.
Yeah, like the cloth just cuts through.
It's superb. It really is.
So let's
Wow.
let's roll
Let's roll.
with our
Oh,
cinnamon.
cinnamon
roll.
rolls. Hang on then.
So just to show you how it looks, this one. Oh, and by the way, the carrot loaf, whole loaf, the one that Paul showed earlier, is only 200 pesos. Amazing. And best friend Jan Quintana, Dr. Jan says, those look delectable, best friend. Beke naman. Keep dad jokes coming. Yeah, we have a fan. So tell him the moth joke by the recently late comedy great Norm Macdonald. Oh yeah,
Norm McDonald, yeah. Norm McDonald.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Yeah, Norm.
But yeah, so the carrot walnut loaf is only 200 pesos. Again, one of the cheapest that I've seen out there. And then we have here the cinnamon rolls. So
They smell so good, no?
they do. And I think this is among the ones we've ordered today. This is the best match for coffee because
Yep,
cinnamon and coffee just go well together.
it does.
Mm, so good. You know, Cinnabon's got nothing on this. It's just so good.
Yep.
And I think it's important to say, look, we do this show to really shine the light on local businesses and local eateries who are probably going through a bit of a rough time right now. And kudos, really, Katz, to what you've done here. This food it's amazing. And what I really like is, Katz, you've obviously identified your niche market. You know what you're good at, and you've just absolutely gone for it and nailed it. So
Nailed
yeah,
it.
wow. Let me try
Well
the cinnamon bun, cinnamon roll. I don't care. It's cinnamon something, right?
done.
Oh
So
my
the
god.
cinnamon rolls are 250 pesos for how many pieces is that? Just six?
Is it
Box of
4?
nine.
Say
Box
box of 9. Box of 9. Yeah.
My god, it's so good now.
Yeah.
Was it box of
350
9?
for a box of nine. So yeah.
Yeah, there. 350 for box of 9. Yep. So good, yeah.
It is
So
so
well
good.
worth it.
It,
So worth it.
what I've noticed is, Kat, you've done a great job in balancing your ingredients. Nothing is overpowering. It has just it the taste arrives in your palate just the right time when it needs to. So there, when it has to be sweet, it's going to come in at the right time, and when it comes to be a bit of that carrot taste, and then you added the texture. There you go. It's a great balance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
And
got a question for you, mate.
Mhm.
Does it take you back?
Where?
Your
No,
your
to
childhood.
family. Yeah, your childhood, your family gatherings.
I just want to make sure where you're going with this. I'm expecting a dad joke. That's
No. Does it take you back to when Arsenal were good? No.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Talking about
I knew it.
it.
I knew it.
No.
Something's up.
That was completely off the cuff. No, seriously. Does it take you back? Does it bring back memories of kind of you and the family together and cats? Does it
Yes.
bring those memories back?
Oh yes. I normally gauge a restaurant whenever I visit a restaurant. If they have free bread, I normally gauge them there, because how much effort that they put. Because I've been spoiled by Kat and my other niece, who bakes too. Giving me all these goodies and having me taste it, and yes, it does. So bring me to my childhood, and not only that, because of having that base, that quality of standard that I've been growing up with. uh, I get to enjoy a lot of different kinds of bread, how or cakes, or pastries, and so I'm very much open to new discoveries of how they treat a certain like pastry. They put a twist on it. So yeah, so I'm really looking forward to restaurants that cater to good bread.
Yeah. So you mean those are well-bred restaurants, right?
Oh,
No.
you know, I'm not Mitch. I'm not blaming that on you. I'm not blaming it on Jet or even myself. I'm blaming that on Jan and his comment about more dad jokes. Jan, it's your fault. It's your fault, Jan.
He is he's an enabler. A dad joke enabler right there. But yeah, I mean now I know why Jet bikes so much, because he gets all these free great pastries and bread from his family. So that's why he's got to bike it all off, right?
Yep.
That is so cool. So, I guess, now is the time to feature the specialty that Kat and Bujin Sweets has in their kitchen. So we will defer to the Welshman in Manila.
I'm a bit in shock, to be honest with you. I was not
The
expecting this pressure. This was meant to be going to the food bar of Manila, and somehow logistically it's ended up with Fat Paul spelled Phat, right? Anyway, so I don't know if you guys can see it, but look at that there. So what we've
Oh,
got here is the spinach dip, right, with accompanying rolls. Now look, just look at that. I know it's upside down, right? But honestly, I don't give two hoots. It just looks amazing. So yeah, and Anya and I, my wife and I, we're fans of spinach dips. So this has a lot. This has a lot to live up to. So I'm going to try it now. While I try it, Mitch, what coffee would you suggest with this?
Oh, with that one, I guess since it's I would go for an iced americano with that one. A nice iced americano or an iced latte with it, because especially if it's piping hot,
Mhm.
you make sure the spinach dip is a little heated up, and then you dip it in there, and then it'll ooze down, and then cool your palate with some iced latte. I think that'll be perfect. So
I don't say this lightly, but this is food porn, right? Seriously, this is off the charts. The roll is so soft. It accompanies the spinach mix itself dip.
can you describe the dip? What's it like? Is it like is it spinach? Is it kind of cheesy and creamy, or?
It's certainly so from appearances. It's I don't know if you guys can see it here. Look, can you see that there?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it initially at your first look, it does look quite cheesy and quite creamy, and you do. Oh, I'm not so sure if that's going to overpower it. But honestly, the spinach just cuts through it, and it looks like there's some nuts involved as well.
Oh.
My palate isn't as educated as yours, both of yours, so I apologise in terms of the ingredients that are being used. So you would look at it, and you go, I'm not sure if you're going to be a little bit too creamy, too cheesy, but honestly, it is knock your socks off worthy. It's that good. It is. I would order this on its own. It is that good, seriously, with a nice. So for me, I don't necessarily drink that much coffee. I can't drink coffee. Long story, I won't go into it.
Mm.
So it would be tea for me, but I would love a really hot PG tips tea to accompany this. Perfect, absolutely perfect. It is phenomenal.
What time of day would you say you would eat this?
Hang on, I'm just having food porn in my mouth. Just give me wow.
A party in your mouth and everyone is invited. So
Oh yeah. Whoa, this is so good, honestly. And I'm not putting this on, right? I can't put this on. This is so good. What time of the day? Mitch, I'm Fat Paul for a reason, so I think I would eat this. Oh, Jets Clefters. I could eat this at any time of the day, but all honesty, this would be like an afternoon, evening type of snack when you've got your favorite. For me, if I'm watching sport or if you're watching a film or something like that, just a lovely way to chill out and to really enjoy some decent, top notch.
I think that would go well with a beer.
I wonder if a beer would be too cold. I think it does need like a hot drink with it. But yeah, potentially, mate. Absolutely, potentially, yeah.
Cool. We lost you for a minute. But, we have Kat saying, I put some garlic chunks on it to add some texture to it. Okay, so that's it. It's garlic chunks, so which is awesome. So,
Kat, it's superb. Honestly, kudos to you.
Kat, you gotta make one. I'm gonna order for tomorrow. Make a batch for me, and then I'll have it sent over here. I gotta get on this.
We've got a returning guest who's posted something. You know who this is. You know who it
This is
is.
Mr.
There
Bonner.
he is.
Bonner.
Yes.
Yeah. Mr. Eugene. So
So
Bonner,
Bonner in the
I
house.
late. So Bonner, you gotta try Bujin Sweets. They have amazing bread. So yeah. Um, Bonner recently posted this new trending ice cream flavor, which I'm
Mm-hmm.
not quite sure about it. I'm kind of like afraid to try it, but worth it. It's this flavor called TNT, Paul.
TNT. Yeah. TNT.
Ta- It's which is taba ng talangka, which literally means crab fat, and not a PHAT. It's FAT, crab fat. So
Do not interrupt me at the moment. I am in
that's
seriously, and I'm not lying.
how
Cats, I
good it
can't get
is.
over how good this is. Seriously.
That's how good it is. So yeah, absolutely. So again, guys, it's very hard for Paul to act this and fake how
Mm.
good it is. But yes, Bonner, it sounds good, it tastes good, as you can see from Paul's reaction.
It looks
So
good.
please, yeah, there you go. Dun, 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 dun. So again, check out their Facebook site, Bujin Sweets. You can message them. Crab Tomale. That's not fat. Oh, sorry. I stand corrected. So yeah, crab tomale. So
Tomale.
tomale. Yeah, like the guy who
The guy.
yeah, the guy in the U.S. Marshal. Yeah, Tomale Jones. Men
Dude,
in Black.
are you like
The man.
are you scraping the barrel there?
Yeah, yeah. I just had to.
I'm on there.
But again, I guess
I'm sorry, right? I've had I'm not just yeah. I can't even talk. The food's that good. Carry on.
I guess with that terrible dad joke, I'm gonna steal a line from one of my favorite hosts, Jeremy Clarkson. On that
Mhm.
terrible bombshell of a disappointment, we are ending this show.
Before we go though, Mitch, why don't you tell us that moth joke? Is it suitable?
Oh,
Can you tell
actually,
it? Do you know it?
uh, no, I'll just share the link for it. I actually
Okay.
kind of forgot it actually.
Oh,
So John put me on the spot. I kind of put it on the spot, but yeah. Kat, you are very welcome. Thank you also for allowing us to feature your food. Order from
so
Bujin
good.
Sweets. The numbers here as well. And again, next week we will not be having our show, but we will continue on the following week, which is, I believe, is the 1st of October. So we will continue into October, and we'll be have a new enhanced format there as well. So again, feel free to join us in those 2 weeks. And again, if you need anything from promoting your brand, or if you need to espouse an advocacy, or just really want to share your brand principle, podcasting is one of the greatest things nowadays, because it carries so much value to it. It makes you speak as an authority. You have fun while doing it. Your audience can see it. You can repurpose and replay all of the things here. So if you want to get into podcasting and you're watching this, contact the podcast coach. He is joining us today, our producer, Paul Catherall. So he will get you set up. He will have you, all set and ready in no time at all. So, yeah, we're very fortunate that we have a great mentor and coach in Paul, as far as this is concerned. So,
Thank you, Mitch. Don't get me all emotional, mate. I've just been to food porn. Don't take me to don't take me to the other side of the spectrum.
let's add more salt to that with some tears. Yeah.
So Mitch, I think it's only fair that on behalf of Jet and I, we thank you for all the hard work you put in. We know it's only a week, but we know that things are going to change. So good luck to you and your beautiful wife. I know Things have been tough over the last couple of weeks, but it looks like things are coming through for you. So take care. Have a safe trip out there.
Yep. Thank you.
And I guess we'll have to rethink about what you're going to be called next time we're on the air, because you can't be the food bear of Manila when you're not in Manila, can you? Right?
I'm the food bear out of Manila. We'll see how it goes. So. But thanks everyone, and we'll see you guys soon. It's an honor always with you guys, and we'll be in touch. That's the beauty of this whole of podcasting in the digital age. We can do it anywhere. So
See you.
Take
take
care.
care,
Thank you,
guys.
Kat.
All the
Bye.
best.
Thank you, Kat.
Bye.
Bye.
Cheers.